What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we're back with round 4 from the Vault Tour in Germany. Huge shout out to the lovely folks from Crazy Killing Machine, new content creators out in the UK who are streaming this. They're going to be putting up their commentary on YouTube for this tournament as well. Please give them some love, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, there's a link in the description. Maybe you follow it. So on the left, we have got Marius. He's playing Dis Sanctum Shadows. And he's got a couple of Ember Imp. They're kind of annoying. He's got to control the weak. Dance of Doom. Choose a number, destroy each creature with that power. And then he's got Sanctum and Shadows. Nothing too exciting in either of those. I mean, good list, but I'm saying we're looking for things that are jumping off the page. On the right, we've got Maria, who we saw winning back in round 2. Spoiler alert. Link in the description if you're watching on YouTube. You can scroll back if you're watching on Twitch. And Sanctum Shadows Untamed. We got a Curiosity, couple of Poison Wave, 2 Mermook, 3 Champion, and Nafiel. And we've already seen this deck doing rather well. So lots of Sanctum on the stream so far today. Oh, wonderful. And we have actually, you can see on the screen there, received confirmation from the lovely folks running the stream that we do have 2 players on 3-0, which means they are still playing with deck number 1. So whoever wins this will be going into day 2, but they still have 2 more rounds. So really, and this is a weird thing about free deck survival, you have free decks, you set the order at the beginning of the tournament, and then every time you lose with a deck, that deck is eliminated and you move to the next one in the list as you set it down at the beginning. And so now if you go 4-0 with your deck, you then really, your only concern is deciding which deck you want to play day 2 with and making it happen. I mean, I suppose, hope that if you're sitting at 3-2, you play against someone at 4-1 who really doesn't want to take their deck to the next round. Hey-ho. Right, so we are off, ladies and gentlemen, and straight away, we've got Shadows. Of course, remember that you can only play 1 card if you're going first, and we've got a... Oh. I did not see what that was. Might have been a hidden stash where you archive a card. I believe it was a hidden stash. Gets you an amber bonus regardless. We see that a lot from players on turn 1, just playing something that gives them an amber bonus. So now we are rolling over to Marius, who is starting off with Shadows and is playing down a Master Plan. You put a card from your hand beneath it when you play it, and it's got an Omni ability where you can play the card beneath it and sacrifice it, kind of like archiving, except you can do it in the middle of a turn. Okay, can we actually do the game now, maybe? Just putting that out there. So, apologies for the slight delay while we watched a couple of ads. Marius here, he's got himself a couple of Amber, he's got an Ember Imp, he's got an Urchin, he's got Noddy the Thief, and he's got Shula. That is a nice board. We've got Maria here, she's got a Dust Pixie down, she's got herself 4 Amber, she plays a Champion, a Nafiel, and she chucks herself down another one of them. There are Sanctum creatures. It is... Who's that? I'm drawing a blank. It's not it's Commander Ramiel. There we go. There's 2 Champion and Nafiel, 1 Commander Ramiel. That's where I was going wrong. Commander Ramiel, if anyone's interested, when you reap, you may use a friendly non-Sanctum creature. Quite a nice one. So as we stand at the moment, Maria's got 1 more Amber, but Marius has got the better battle line. He plays a Champion and Nafiel. He plays another Sanctum creature into the Glare. He gets himself down a Sanctum Artifact, lying to you, a Whispering Reliquary. He's got an action that returns an artifact to its owner's hand. And I'm going to say that is a Sequest. When you reap, you capture an Amber. I believe that is a creature that is in the Glare there. So, a really nice battle line coming down there. That Ember Imp, incidentally, does look like it is stunned, but stunned or not, Ember Imp's ability stops your opponent playing more than 2 cards a turn. And if it's stunned, your opponent still can't play more than 2 cards per turn. So does it really matter? Like, okay, if it's stunned, you don't get to reap and gain an amber, which I suppose kind of sucks. But really, Ember Imp does what it does by just being on the field. So, I'm kind of cool with it, if I'm honest with you. I'm kind of alright with it. So, we still only have 3 amber from Marius here, but he's starting to get one of those boards. 2 disc creatures, 3 disc creatures? 2 shadow creatures, 2 sanctum creatures. Oh, Nerve Blast coming down, taking out the Ember Imp. You need to be careful. We've seen on stream before in the final of a Vault Tour, a player playing cards in the wrong order and not being able to take out the Ember Imp. General rule, get rid of it. Stop trying to be fancy, get it off the board. It's worth a slight sequencing error to get Ember Imp off, just so that you get it off, so that it's not stuck there. Because, unfortunately, we've seen it in the final of a Vault Tour, a player who tried to do the optimal play but forgot to take the Ember Imp out until it was too late. So, we are... Maria's passed. She's got 5 amber, which isn't bad. It's not forging territory yet, but it's all right. Incidentally, these players are 3-0 after 3 rounds. You've got to think both of these, and just capturing an amber with Sequus there, you've got to think both of these players are going to be going into day 2. I think it's fairly likely at this stage that both players are going into day 2. So Champion Anafiel does take down another creature, and now Maria's board is starting to look anemic, I think is the polite way to put it. It's not going too well. Take Hostages comes down for the remainder of the turn. Each time a friendly creature fights, it captures an amber. So we've already got 1 amber captured. Can we have any more? Now we do see another creature coming down there. I want to say that's Champion Tabris. 6 power, 2 armor. When you fight, you capture an amber. Not unlike Sequus. Oh. And that is... And she's able to get used here. And lots of capturing, ladies and gentlemen. Lot of capturing coming down. And this is really, really helpful. Also, Dust Imp, that's what's on the end of Marius's board. But now Marius is in a great position. Neither player's got much amber. Marius has 3, Maria has 2. Neither player is really looking like they're going to be forging in the next turn or 2. But now Marius can go Sanctum and reap 4 times, or go Shadows and reap twice. Cannot go Dis and reap twice because that Shula is stunned. But still, I mean, he looks like he's doing all right here. He's got the board. It's as simple as that. He's got the board. Maria doesn't. And now she's only got 2 amber. So, as it stands, we're a few minutes in. We're like, 8 minutes into this game? Maria has no keys, 2 amber, and 1 creature. Oh, Flaxia goes down. I shouldn't laugh. Flaxia gives you 2 amber if you've got more creatures in play than your opponent. Which is definitely not the case for Maria here. She's got 2, her opponent's got 8. Plays a Curiosity for the Amber bonus, destroy each Scientist creature. In the previous game, we saw her against a Mars Logos deck, a good deck against which to have that card, though it didn't actually do very much. Shadows, Dis, Sanctum. Let's say that they are not well known for their scientific prowess. So Urchin comes in, reaps, gains an amber, and Noddy the Thief steals an amber here. I mean, Noddy the Thief, right? Clues in the name. Relentless Whispers, deal 2 damage to a creature. If it destroys them, steal an amber. Gets rid of the Urchin. Steals an amber. One of the cool things about Relentless Whispers, you can destroy your own creature and still steal the amber. Oh, and then Ghostly Hand gets 2 amber, and if your opponent has exactly 1, steal it, which they did. So a great, again, sequencing there, really being shown off by Marius. plays a bunch of cards, gets his opponent down to exactly 1 amber, then plays Ghostly Hand, and now Marius is sitting there with 7 creatures on the board to Maria's 2. Marius is sitting there with 10 amber to Maria's 0. Also, I kind of like we got Marius against Maria. It's kind of, you know, first 4 letters of the names are the same. Oh, too much to protect. Steal all but 4 of your opponent's amber. Oh, just like that, Marius has gone from 10-0 in amber to 6-5. Now Bad Penny comes down. Oh, she's got bait and switch. So now she can play bait and switch and steal 1 more amber. And now somehow she's got more amber than Marius. Going into this turn, Marius had 10 amber, Maria had none. And somehow the turn is ending with Maria on check and Marius not forging a key. That's so harsh. So Noddy the Thief steals an amber there. Oh, things like this really amuse me. Now he plays down a treasure map. Now, let's just double check what treasure map does. If you've not played any cards this turn, gain 3 amber. For the remainder of the turn, you cannot play cards. You can use cards, but you cannot play cards. That is a big distinction to be drawn with treasure map. So you saw how he stole a card with stole an amber with Noddy the Thief and then played treasure map. Okay, so the good news is Marius is back up to 10 amber just like that. And Maria's not forging. I mean, we talk about back and forth games a lot. There were a couple of back and forth turns. That was ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. That was utterly ludicrous. You don't see that every day. So, I said this last turn and it came back to haunt me. Oh, Miasma coming down. So Marius will not be forging a key next turn. That's pretty good. And Maria is on check. I mean, as it stands at the moment, right, Marius has got more amber. He's got more creatures. He's doing all right. And actually, under the radar here, Maria's got Bad Penny Seeker Needle. So every turn she can destroy Bad Penny with Seeker Needle. And Seeker Needle, when you destroy, well, it does 1 damage if you destroy a creature with it, gain an amber. So, and Bad Penny goes to your hand when destroyed. So she is going to be able to play Bad Penny, Seeker Needle, gain an amber like she's doing right now. And every Shadow's turn she can do that. Play Bad Penny, Seeker Needle, then play it back down. What's great here is now on a next Shadow's turn she reaps with Bad Penny, gains an amber, destroys it with Seeker Needle, gains an amber, plays Bad Penny down. Circle of life, ladies and gentlemen. Circle of life. So, what we got? Every so often the players go really still and I'm like, oh no, is it frozen? That's something we don't have to worry about when I'm kind of pre-recording it. I record the footage and I commentate over knowing the footage is sound. Doing it live, it's always super awkward. I'm sitting here in constant terror of please keep working, please keep working, please keep working. So we see Sequist there doing a bit of the old reaping. You gain an amber and you capture an amber. That's kind of fun. And on a Sanctum turn, I mean, Marius can't forge this turn. Here's the thing though, and we're just going to see a whole bunch of reaping here. Oh, no, we actually see a fight. But remember that Champion to Briss, when you fight, you capture an amber. What that does, taking Bad Penny off the board, means that Bad Penny cannot reap. And then Seeker Needle, although Seeker Needle has actually been taken out as well because Gorm of Orm is there. No, sorry, it's Whispering Reliquary, which has got an action return an artifact to its opponent's hand. So now we see reaping with Champion Anaphiel. And the great news here is that Marius knows that Maria's only playing 1 too much to protect, and he knows she's used it. It's gone. And there's no doorstep to heaven, there's no effervescent principle. Marius here can rush for amber. And look, Maria played the Miasma. And Miasma stops him forging a key, but it doesn't stop him rushing for amber. He's actually got enough amber to forge 2 keys with 1 left over. What Maria needs to do is run through her deck here. She needs to get through her deck to get too much to protect back, because I feel fairly confident that for the time being, we're going to see Marius as a huge Sanctum fan. Because you can almost see at the bottom of the screen he's got a Staunch Knight there as well. So he's actually got 5 Sanctum creatures on the board with 13 Amber on the board. He can just sit there and just reap, and just rush Amber, because his opponent ain't forged a key, and he's gonna forge a key next turn. So Maria, make no mistake about it, she is on the back foot there. Now, we did see a Shield of Justice coming down for the remainder of the turn. Each friendly creature cannot be dealt damage. Although, with all the captured Amber here, Maria, there's 5 Amber on the board that she can take back by destroying those creatures. Oh, so she plays down a Sergeant Zakiel, which readies and fights with a neighbouring creature, takes out Champion to Brisk, gets the captured Amber back, and now she's sitting there on... Is that 8 or 9 Amber? 9 Amber! That ain't bad, ladies and gentlemen. That ain't bad. Oh, the harder they come. Purge a creature with 5 power or higher. Now this is the turn that Maria needed, because Marius here is going to forge a key for 6, and he's still sitting there with 7 Amber, and he can still Amber Rush with Sanctum, except now he's getting 3 Amber rather than 5. That's a huge difference. And now that Maria's sitting there with so much Amber, Marius needs to think, well, I'm only up by 1 key and Maria's going to forge next turn, and I'm only getting 3 Amber from reaping, not 5. Maybe instead of going Sanctum and reaping 5 times, quintuple reap, maybe instead I need to maybe go Shadows and start stealing some Amber. That was a really good turn from Maria. She gained a bunch of Amber and she got rid of a couple of creatures. That was good. And if she can get rid of the Sequest next turn to get those 2 Amber back, that's going to put her in an even better position. This game is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so Marius here, he's gone Dis. He has unstunned his Shula, and he's thrown his Dust Imp against Champion Anafiel, really just to destroy it, because when you destroy it, you gain 2 Amber. So that was nice. Oh, and he's playing down here a Mind Barb? Yeah. Get an Amber, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Witch of the Eye. Never really stays out. I mean, when you reap, you get to put any card from your discard back in your hand. It never stays on the board. Kind of like Dusk Witch and Hunting Witch. Burn the witches. Hey-ho. Succubus comes down. Your opponent refills their hand to 1 fewer card every turn. I don't know what how am I supposed to see that? Actually, I think it's a toxin. Yeah, it actually is a toxin. I can see it. When you reap, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. So, I mean, look, Marius is still up 1 key to 0. Now, Maria's about to even it up, but key point is that Marius forged first. And that means that he can sit there, and to be fair, he only needs 1 more Amber to forge 2 keys. Now, neither player has a mid-turn forging card. There's no key charge, no might makes right. Both players are forging only at the beginning of their turn in the prescribed manner. So, if there's no key cheating cards in the deck, the only thing you've really got is... I've got to stop them forging during my turn. Now, Maria has forged. We all knew she was going to. She's got Sanctum, and she's taking down Succubus using Champion Anafiel. You kind of had to. You're drawing 1 fewer card at the end of your turn. It's too devastating. And she's got 4 Amber. Is there anything else she can do? I mean, she's got Sergeant Zakiel, who is still active. Okay, using that to take down Toxin. And to be fair, that alone has put him from 3 disc creatures down to 1. But again, he's forging a key here. And Maria hasn't gone back through her deck, so she's used her too much to protect. It's gone. So, honestly, I could see Marius next turn. Now, he's not unfortunately on check, but Maria's not forging a key, so he's got a turn. I can honestly see Marius next turn just going Sanctum. It depends what's in his hand, but he could reap 3 times next turn and finish the turn with 8 amber. Because he's in control at this stage. He is very much in control of this game. He's got a better battle line. For what it's worth, he's got an artifact that Maria doesn't. He's forged a key extra. He's forged 2, Maria's forged 1. And I think at this stage we're just sitting here. We're waiting for Maria to pull something out at this stage. Oh no. Charette comes down, captures 3 amber. And now we see Reaping with Shula to gain an amber. And see, that's what I mean about not knowing what's in our opponents. Oh no! And is that a Gongoozle? That is a Gongoozle. Deal 3 damage to creature. If it is not destroyed, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Often with Gongoozle, you know, unlike something like Nerve Blast or Relentless Whispers, you're actually trying to not destroy a creature. Oh, Mermook's a good one to get rid of. That increases the cost of forging a key by 1. Oh, so he's got 7 amber. What can Maria do? Her Miasma has been played. It's not in her deck at the moment. Her Too Much to Protect has been played. It's not in her deck at the moment. So she needs to go a bit more meat and potato. She needs to have a variety of cards that are going to get rid of 2 amber. The big you will not forge cards, Miasma and Too Much to Protect, they're in her discard pile, not her deck, and she doesn't have the cards to get them out. Oh, yes, she does. She's got Mimicry. Oh, no, but Mimicry copies from your opponent's discard, not your own. What has she got? Annoyingly, if she had a Mermook, she'd be able to, and she's gone for Untamed, that Mermook would put it up to 7 to forge, which he's got 7, but it would certainly make things easier. Has discarding that Mermook won him the game? Because we're looking through here. So Relentless Whispers, that deal 2 damage to a creature if it's destroyed, steal an amber. I think she can do, yeah, she can do that for Noddy the Thief. Okay, I think discarding that Mermook actually just won Marius the game, because there are cards in there. Mimicry just copies an action card from your opponent's discard pile. There are cards in there, like Relentless Whispers, that can steal an amber, but that puts him down to 6 and he can still forge next turn. She's on an Untamed turn, so she would be able to play the Mermook down. Mermook has a permanent skill that increases the cost of forging by 1. If she had the Mermook, she could use Relentless Whispers. I believe she could destroy Noddy the Thief. Let me just double check. Yeah, 2 power creature. So she could use that, deal 2 damage to Noddy the Thief. It would be destroyed. She'd steal an amber. And then Mermook would mean that Marius would have to pay 7 to forge a key. Except now he only... Oh, now she's looking at take hostages. I think that's the one. Each time a friendly creature fights, you capture an amber. Oh, but that's still only... I don't think that's enough. Don't think that's enough, ladies and gentlemen. That's only going to capture 1 amber. She needs to get rid of 2 amber. So she's using Flaxia here to fight. And she's capturing an amber, but that's still not enough. There's only 1 amber. And that's the game! Actually, that Mermook, discarding that Mermook from the hand randomly, literally won Marius that game. Now, to be fair, Marius was in a great position. He was probably going to win the game anyway. But if he did not discard that Mermook, Maria could have put down the Mermook, and then the Mermook would have meant that Marius would have needed 7 amber. He would have had 6. He wouldn't have won the game, at least right there and then. Who would have thought discarding a random card and hitting a Mermook would be the difference in the game? Although, I think he probably would have won anyway. But not that turn, ladies and gentlemen. Not that turn. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that will do for this round. And that was a fun game. That was a really fun game. But it was one of those games where it wasn't ever really in doubt. That wasn't one of those games that was super close. Marius, he did run that game. He had a very... Now, we saw some good turns. We saw some really good turns. But I don't think Marius was in a huge amount of trouble for much of that game. Bearing in mind, Maria was sitting there at 3-0. But a lot of players in a survival format do not put their best deck at number 1 for fear of it taking a loss in the first day and not having it for day 2. Because if you put your best deck number 1 on a survival format, that means that the only way to play it in day 2 is to go undefeated, which is not that likely. So she only needs 1 win from her last 2 rounds to make it into day 2. Oh, and apparently the stream's just turned off, so people on YouTube, yeah, you're going to be getting a black screen as we go to the end of this, sorry. So Maria, basically, she still only needs 2 wins, yeah? Oh no, we're back, yay! She only needs 2 wins, and she probably hasn't played her best deck yet. I feel pretty confident we're going to be seeing Maria back in day 2. Now, I know I said there was a lunch break last round, but I now feel confident we've actually got a lunch break. The lunch break is going to be going on for the next hour. So that is until 1 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. in Europe, 1 hour and 2 minutes from now. I am actually going to turn off my stream for a little bit, purely because by the time round 5 starts, I'm actually going to have to have moved to a different room so that I don't disturb my daughter sleeping. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, if you're watching on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe at the Wossy. Yay! Woo! Come back. I love you. Bye.